And that's a foul. That's a foul. Okay. Wait. I thought that was a foul. I thought that was a foul. Oh, that's a great ball. What a finish. Bielek continues his fantastic form. Back post possibly. We see it. We love it. And we've done it. Is that onside? Yes, it is. Welcome back to another episode of the Schalke Career Mode. Now, of course, we have taken a month off from the career mode as a whole, just focusing on the Euros and the Copa America content. But I must say, it's very much motivated me to get back into the swing of things, and I am super excited for what this episode has in store for us. So, starting off, I have gone behind the scenes just to, start things off, and I have implemented a new formation, which we will be trialing, and that is a single striker up front formation. But I think in order for us to establish dominance in the midfield zones, implementing a midfield diamond, still with a back five system, however. And I have been trialing this with other career modes, and it really does work very, very nicely. So that does mean we will be sacrificing one of the strikers, and in this case, it will be Broja that does, drop out of the team for a Norhays or a Suleiman or one of those players. And we will establish a more central dominance, team and structure and style of play. Of course, some of the tactics won't really change. I mean, the tactical approach is going to be the same, as well as the instructions. Now, of course, Wilhelmsen, what I thought for the striker was you want him, patrolling and peeling off the back line and making sure he's making those runs into that wider space if required. So you want him to be able to drift wide as well as getting behind as much as possible. And then the defensive support, I've set it to basic. For the attacking midfielder, he will more or less remain the same in terms of what he's going to try and produce for us on the offensive end as well as the defensive end, dropping back, dropping deeper to help support the backline areas if need be. And of course, you are looking to implement a strong midfield diamond. So your left and your right central midfielder, they'll both be set to maintaining a balanced approach. You want them having a nice box-to-box presence, whilst also having a strong presence on the edge of the area. Now, in terms of Lavia, he will also be situated as a central midfielder, but you want him staying back a bit more and also having that free roaming role himself, looking to drift all over the place, pop up in the half spaces, show for the ball, collect the ball, and help run and dictate the pace of this side. Essentially, that he's going to be the heartbeat. He's going to be the man that strings together everything from that backline area. Your two wing backs, they will more or less remain the same. Join the attack, step up, and then, of course, have a mixed run type, allowing them to either invert and join up with the midfield or overlap, which more times than not, they will tend to do themselves. And as you'll see it for Aiden, he will have the same instructions. Whereas your back three will have the identical instructions. I don't want to have too many changes with them. You want your two wider centre backs overlapping and overloading down the flanks if need be. And of course, the likes of Atabulu, I'm out of breath already, so much talking, but the likes of Atabulu will be set to being the sweeper keeper and of course to come for crosses. Now, let's hop on into the episode. Which does mean that we kick things off in the Champions League versus Rangers. Of course, we are at home, our first home game of the career mode in the Champions League, which is simply splendid. And then we are away to Hoffenheim before traveling back home to face off versus Union Berlin. And then, of course, in the next episode, we face Tottenham away, which is very scary. But for now, we will focus on these three games and hopefully win all three of them. So, my dudes, I have gone ahead and also updated some of the transfers that I will be looking to make over the next few windows. And that will be highly inspired. Well, not all of it, but most of it will be inspired from what I've seen in the Euros. Now, Stefan Posch, who can play also as a centre-back and can play as a right-back/right wing-back, does make me feel something. He makes me feel a certain way, and I think that maybe bringing him into the club as a bit more of an experienced centre-back that can maybe play as a right-sided centre-back, who will still bomb forward on the odd occasion, I think that could be a great role for the experienced, in his prime, Stefan Posch. Now, the same thing would more or less apply for Daniluk. So we either are going to go for the younger player, who's 76 rated, or the slightly older, more experienced player, who I think might be around the same overall, maybe slightly better. So Daniluk as well could be a fantastic signing for us to go ahead and make. Or maybe we go and get both. I don't know. But I do like both of these players. And then we've got two Albanian players right here in KD Bar. You know what I'm trying to say here, though. He's a DM that can play as a central midfielder. He is also 28 in the prime of his career, and he does have one really good playstyle in slide tackle. So he could add to a very good depth in what we're trying to produce in that midfield zone. And as well as this man right here, I will definitely be getting this man. Nadim Bedrami? I don't know. Anyways, he was simply sublime. Can play as a winger or as an attacking midfielder. I do want him. Pause. I need him in the team. I think he can produce something that the players that we currently have don't necessarily have those qualities of. So he will definitely be one of our number one targets going forward. And of course, we have around 12 to 13 million euros to go ahead and drop on a new signing in the January window, which I think we might be able to secure something for in approaching his prime, Nadim Bedrami. I think that could be a great addition to the side. So yes, those are the updated targets that I am thinking about for this career mode. Anyways, let's hop on into our first game where we will face off versus Rangers. Press conference time! Oh, how I have missed shouting those words out. Yes, every game is difficult, but since the 4-2 loss versus AC Milan, if you haven't, remembered that, go back and watch the last episode. But since that 4-2 loss, we've bounced back. We beat goddamn Borussia Dortmund 7-1. That is simply sublime. We've won our last few games in the Bundesliga, so we are in some really good form, and we will be looking to bounce back in the Champions League, because that is what it is all about, trying to get us over the line in the Champions League. Whether that's this season, next season, or the season afterwards, I don't know, but we will have to find out and see how far this team can go. But what I do know is we are going to give it our best shot versus Rangers. Okay, people, so that will be our lineup going forward. Of course, it does look a bit weird because Sulemana is playing up front, and you might be thinking, what are you doing, mate? But the reality is that Sulemana is playing up front because we are going to trial our new formation with the one striker system up front. Now, I do know that this team is built to have a 2-striker tandem, but we are going to trial things out, and I must say, I do like the newer formation from what I have, seen and used in the past. So it's something specific for me, but you guys, if you want to go ahead and trial it out yourselves, we do have a not fully fit team. I know that Fosu Mensah, he will be replaced. Aiden might be replaced. Oian might also be replaced. And maybe even Toure. Who knows? But what I do know is we're going to give it our best shot. Okay, kicking things off here. We are immediately starting off with the more attacking formation, which isn't really that attacking if you ask me. But we will see how things progress. We'll see how things go. Switching immediately. Look how Sulemana has just dropped a bit deeper into that midfield pocket, and he's picked up that left-hand side very nicely. I do know that this team naturally is in some really good form. I mean, beating your direct rivals in Borussia Dortmund, oh no. Just as I was saying, we are in some really good form. Rangers open up the scoring through Toddy Boy Cantwell, and he's celebrating. Wow, okay. In the Champions League, it's a different beast. It's an absolute different beast. Fans might be questioning, what is this manager thinking? Trialing a new formation off the bat when we have to get wins. And some of them might be right. But I'm a manager that's mad in the head, and I will get this team fit and firing and flourishing on all cylinders. That's the most important thing. I do like this midfield diamond though, people. I'm sorry, I have to admit it. I am not afraid to switch things. People know this. Everybody knows this. It's a ball in, it's over the top, and it's fired into the attacking midfielder, who does get into the box quite nicely there to how well they played. And that's a foul. That's a foul. Okay. Wait. I thought that was a foul. I thought that was a foul. Clearly it was a foul, but it was advantage for Rangers, and we are down 2-0. Little Johnny on X is losing his goddamn mind. He is going berserk. Wow, okay. Okay, well, Lavia's come away with it. Out wide. Just stretch the play. Just stretch the play. Sulemana, he's done well. He's put it into the back of the net. You love to see it. And it's 40 minutes plus 1. And we have scored. It's 2-1. Still in favor of Rangers. But there you have it. Some good ball to play on the edge of the box. And it's a fantastic finish from the man who is not well known for his scoring abilities. Normally he misses in front of the net, if memory serves me correctly. But right then and there, he's put it in the side netting, in the goal, of course, and it's been splendid. Okay, we go again. Half-time, we're going to have a good fat team talk, and we're going to bounce back, and we're going to turn this whole goddamn game on its head. Okay, we are going to make some changes. Some of these players are definitely tired. Okay, Dubois is coming on. Kabak is going to come on for Fosu Mensah. We don't really have a replacement at this time for Owian, but we are going to sub him off. It has to be done. Bielik's going to come on as well. Florian Noorhays will come on. Stash does get the armband, which is very interesting. Very interesting. You know what? Maybe put Sulemana there. You know what? Sulemana can exist there. I like to see that. Doing everything and anything for the team. Okay, so we have freshened up the side a little bit. Maybe the subs can make an impact. Bielik. Bielik has been a fantastic signing for us. Don't forget he was a free agent. Don't forget Bielik off the post. Jesus. Press, boys. Press. Well, we've done something there. We've done something there. We definitely have done something. Noise! Oh my God, off the crossbar. You just have to think, maybe it's not our day. Maybe it's not our goddamn day. Little acute pass. Look at that. Oh my God, he was open. Sulemana. What can Sulemana do? Squares it. Bang! Oh my God, 5 minutes to go, and we are piling on the pressure here. We are definitely doing a job, and Stash set to take. It's on the forehead. Kabak. I think that's his, I can't remember, people. I'm not going to lie to you, but I'm pretty sure that is his first goal back at the club. What a time to get the goal. We are still in this game. There's 5 minutes to go. It's 2-2. We are back in this one after trailing by 2 goals. We've clawed ourselves back into it, and it's all to play for in the final 5 minutes. Wow. Okay, things are gonna be popping the F off. Noorhays hasn't done much since joining the team. Plays a great ball into Bielik. Bielik this time! Oh my God, we've done it! We have done it! It's 3-2. We pick up our first 3 points of the Champions League campaign. The team is going berserk on the sidelines. The fans are going crazy in the stands. Little Johnny's on X apologizing to the manager. Bielik was the right sub at the right time. I believed in this kid. He's wearing number 19 for a reason, because he is an absolute cold-blooded killer. Oh my goodness me, what a finish. Top corner. Unfortunately, goalkeeper stood no chance. And we're back in this one, people. 3 points to the good. Wowza. Okay, what a finish. What a way to end off the game, and that's the final goddamn whistle. We move on now to a very big game versus Hoffenheim. The fans are behind the manager. Oh, it's stuff like this that I've missed in this career mode so far. I have rung up some changes for the team. Now, of course, Broja and Wilhelmsen will start. That means we are going with that strike partnership up front. Noorhays, who did impress me in that final 20-minute spell, ultimately not getting the assist, but getting the pre-assist and really playing the ball forward and dictating the tempo in that, final few moments to help us win the game versus Rangers. I'm hoping that he can have a very good game versus Hoffenheim, as we haven't really seen him do much so far in the Schalke kits. Now, of course, the backline does see a few changes being made. Schlotterbeck as well as Kabak both come in. Kabak up against former side Hoffenheim. Good ball into... Oh, great ball. Can Florian Noorhays get us... Great block. That's a fantastic block. I'm not going to lie. I'm not going to shame Noorhays for that. That is a really good block. I can't say anything else besides that being some really good defensive action. Good ball. Oscar Wilhelmsen lays it off into Stash. Stash makes a great run further forward here. Can't do much with it. He is looking to hold up the play. Lays it off into the wing back. The wing back. Good little switch of play. Good little switch of play. It's an easy square. Oh my goodness me. Owian, who was too slow to react to it. You can't put the ball in the back of the net. All that possession means diddly squat. Wilhelmsen, he's made a great arcing run. Drifting slightly out wide. Oscar Wilhelmsen, back of the net things. He's having a campaign to remember, as the commentator was saying. And Oscar Wilhelmsen, he opened his arms. He says, I am Jude freaking Bellingham for this team. And he celebrates his first goal. Lovely, 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 lovely. Great little arcing run. Great good combination play between the two strikers. Armando Broja, it can't go unnoticed that he did find him for that pass. What a strike. You love to see it. Not a bad ball at all. We've played it first time. Oscar Wilhelmsen, he's just made the run. And somehow, some way, he's found the back of the net yet again. It was a fantastic rollout from the goalkeeper. And then we've just played straight through them like a hot knife through butter. And that leads to a 2-goal lead just before the break. And again, we just look to control. We look to control. We look to shift their attacking tempo. And it's a great bit of defending from Bella Kotchap, who he's been a man mountain this episode so far. An absolute juggernaut, a beast. Bill Hilmson, he's made a great run over the top here. Noise gets the ball into him. Was that Noise? I don't even know if that was. It could have been Broja. But nonetheless, it is a hat-trick for Oscar Wilhelmsen. His first hat-trick maybe for the career mode? I don't know. But remember last season when there was a time where I was like, this kid might not be it, you know. He just needed time to settle in. He needed time to establish himself. He needed to be playing in a strike partnership up front. And it was an Armando Broja assist, by the way. Great strike, left foot, back of the net. And it is 3-0 to the good. Okay, so we are going to make a few changes at this moment in time. We have a 3-0 lead. We are doing quite well. Bielek's going to come on. Bilal Toure is going to come on. And Stash will now play as an attacking midfielder, which is fantastic. Mode is going to come on for the really decent game that Norhays has had. But he will come off, trying to preserve him for the next game versus Union Berlin. Lavia will also come off for Sulemana. And that leaves us with one final change to make. And Dubois is going to come on and replace Aiden, who's also had a fairly decent game himself. So, 5 changes. Now let's see what these guys can maybe go ahead and do for the team. Oh, that's a great ball. What a finish. Bielek continues his fantastic form. 69 minutes gone by. 4-0 to the good. Bielek on the score sheets. Holds it. Plays it into Dubois, who squares it into... Wow. Bielek, you absolute sensational. Honestly, people, Wilhelmsen has scored a hat-trick. But Bielek off the bench in like 15 minutes has got 2 goals himself. He has been in the right place at the right time. I think... Wait, is that Bielek or is that Stash? I don't even know now. It was Stash. Oh my goodness me. I've made a mistake. I've made a blunder. I've made an error. But Stash with the goal. It's 5 versus Hoffenheim. Why can't we have this free-flowing, fluid form in Europe? It's a struggle in Europe. But right here, you know, on home soil in the league, it's just too easy for us. We are just strutting our stuff, dictating the pace of play, killing teams left, right, and center. I think in Europe, it's a mentality thing. I think in Europe, it's a new battleground, you know? That is Bielek this time. But you know who's making a forward run? Stash, who can't get into the box himself. And that is the end of the game. 5-0 drubbing of Hoffenheim. And now we move on to Union Berlin, who we are at home for, yes. But we cannot rest on our laurels here. We've battered the better team. But watch Union Berlin put up a fantastic fight versus us. I can feel it. That's how this game works. And that's why we love it. Oh my goodness me. Sergio Rico has asked for a transfer. Wow. Okay, it was inevitable. We will try and work something out. I don't want to lose Rico. I really don't. He was the guy who replaced Marius Muller, who in real life, if you don't know, has moved officially to Wolfsburg. Interesting. Very interesting. But Sergio Rico has now put in a transfer request. He wants out of the club. He wants to get more game time. But the reality is, we signed him as a free agent. We gave him more game time than what he would have naturally been having. But anyways, we'll assess it and move on and maybe try and work something up. Maybe we can loan him out. Maybe we can keep him. I don't know. But that's a tough blow for us because he is our number 2 goalkeeper. Borussia Mönchengladbach have come in for our number 2. 32 years of age. Let's not forget that. We are going to ask for some crazy amounts of money because I don't want to sell him. But if he's unhappy and he wants to go, we will let him go. So we'll assess some of these transfers that come in and we'll hopefully get the most amounts of money for the Spanish international. Let's not forget that. Back in the day, Sergio Rico was a fantastic goalkeeper. Okay, well, Sergio Rico has been sold back to Spain, and that is to the club Valencia. We sold him for a cut price, 2.8 mil. I didn't really want to sell him to a Bundesliga side. He had to go to another league. So it makes the most sense. We don't really have a lot of depth now, so we will definitely be bringing in another goalkeeper for the January window. Maybe even sooner, depending on who we might be able to find in the free agents market. But you will have to stick around for the next episode in order to see who that might be. Oh, holy smokes. Holy smoke. Here I am saying, oh, Union Berlin are not on the same level as Hoffenheim. They're literally 1 point behind us. They've drawn 2 games. They're undefeated so far this season. Oh my goodness gracious. Bless my soul. Baptize my children. Oh my days. Hoffenheim are in the freaking relegation zone. Can you believe that? So just when you think things can't get any worse, or any better, I guess, this game will definitely have a lot on it. If Union Berlin beat us, they go first. If we beat them, we go 4 points clear. Things are about to get very, very interesting. Plus, we'll end their unbeaten run of 7 games, 5 wins and 2 draws, adding 1 L in the loss column. That would be fantastic. That would be splendid. And also, people, our sheer dominance is on full display. We have a goal difference of 20 goddamn 3. Everybody wants to be like Mike. So do Schalke. Okay, so just taking a look at what Union Berlin line up as. They play a back 5 system of 5-3-2. They've, in their last 5 games, they've won 3 and drawn just twice. They've got Medina, Dookie, as well as Notch, or no, I don't know. In their back 3, they've got Providel, who's also very good. Juranovic and Julian, not too bad wingbacks. Robertson, though, is a sensational signing for them. That's a good, bit of forward thinking from the club. Toussaint, not too bad. Habera, also not too bad himself. But to be honest with you, it's not the best looking team. I mean, Gosens is on the bench. You might want to start him. Sensi's also on the bench. Vertessen, a very good winger. This formation doesn't really suit him. And then, of course, they got Anthony Martial. Wow. Okay, so you know what? Overall-wise, there's no superstars. But as a whole, their team looks very decent. At least it is a home game. That's all I can say. Because we'll have the home crowd on our side. Little Johnny on X is going to say, let's go, up the boys. We're not playing around with the formations or the system. We're going to try and see what works here. And that is the front 2 system of Broja as well as Wilhelmsen. Although Bielik was in very good contention to possibly go ahead and start, but he didn't even make the matchday squad. That is how good our form has been, that some of these players that deserve to start games, that would naturally start for a team like a Union Berlin, they're not even in the matchday squad. That is how good of a team we have constructed here at the Veltons. Odebear, lovely scenes, squares it into the box, and that is a fantastic strike, roofing it. Wow! 1-0 inside 12 minutes. There we go. There you have it. And Broja gets a much-needed goal. He was somewhat unsettled. He was somewhat irritated with how things have been going. Not with the team or with anybody in particular, but himself. He's been unhappy with his performances. Yes, he picked up 2 assists in the last game, but that is the mentality that we want here at this, this club. We want to have elite mentality players, and Broja possesses that. So I do think that when next season comes around, we will definitely be paying that 29 million to Chelsea for the young man himself. 3 goals in 5 games, that's not bad. And of course, he's picked up 2 assists in the last game, and I can't even fathom or think of how many other assists he's gotten so far this season. I mean, we've only played a handful of games to begin our season off with, but nonetheless, we are doing very well. Dubois is more than ready to come in and take over. Oh my God, we've tackled ourselves here. And it's a well-placed cross. Just unfortunate that the player wasn't in the best position there to latch onto it, because we would have been in a whole world of different trouble. Lavia trying to get a hold of my players, and it's a great... Wow, what a save from the goalkeeper. We haven't really seen Oscar Wilhelmsen so far, but he has played in a lovely ball, and Broja does test the goalkeeper. A bit of a tight angle. Maybe the goalkeeper is favored in that situation, but nonetheless, Broja doing striker things, testing goalkeepers. It's a good one too. Okay, Stash to take it. Goes long with it. Oh my... Okay, well, we've got it back here. Stash puts a bit of bend on it. Oh my God, what a save! This goalkeeper now makes a fantastic save. Providel, you absolute beast. Back post, it was towering in from, I think it may have been Owian, I'm not too sure. Wow. Okay, we're going to go with a shorter corner here. I have been testing out, these corner routines. Little layoff there. Back post, possibly. We see it. We love it. And we've done it. Is that onside? Yes, it is. 2-0 to the good. You love the short corners, the little back post run, the little curling and effort over the top. Oh, beautiful. If you can learn to nail those properly, they are very good to use in FC24. Providel, you've been sensational, mate. You've been superb. But that pass from Stash deserved to end up in the back of the net. What a towering an effort from the big man, Armel Bella-Kotchap. You absolute... Look at how goddamn good he is. I don't even know who's going to go on the thumbnail. Is it going to be Bella-Kotchap? Is it going to be Wilhelmsen for the hat trick? Maybe even Bielik. I'm not sure. But they're all fantastic players. Good ball. Just rotate it nicely. Just rotate it. Look at that. Look at that space. Look, that space is always going to be there. Wowza. Okay, bro just scored 2. It's about time to make those changes. Always refreshing the squad. Always making sure that players are getting game time. El Bilal Torre, you're going to come on. Odabe, you're going to come off. Norhays, you're going to come on for Lavia. Suleiman is going to come on for Stash. Aiden's going to come off for Dubois. And even though he's been a colossus in the central areas, even scoring a goal himself, Kabak's going to replace Bella... Wait, what? Oh, we've made our 5 changes. Oh, wow. Well, Bella-Kotchap's going to stay on then. Unfortunate, Kabak does miss out. It's unfortunate, but he will probably start versus Spurs in the next one. Just under pressure, man. Look at the way the boys are playing under this press from I don't know. Look at the insane, incessant pressure. Creating space for one another. Simply vibing all over the place. Oh, you love to see it. Good ball. Lays it back in to El Bilal Torre, who's banged it off of the goddamn crossbar. Well won. Oh, look at that. Look at that. Ha ha! That's game. That's done. It's all said. It's over. 3-0. First beats second, and we will go 4 points clear of second place, Union Berlin. If you don't mind, smash that like button down below. Subscribe if you are new. Thank you very much for watching the episode, and I'm out of here. Peace.